If you played with firecrackers as a child, you've probably tried lighting one, covering it with a can, and running far away to watch it blast into the sky, almost like launching a homemade rocket. But how high did you manage to send the can flying? You might have experimented with different firecrackers, trying to figure out how to make the can fly even higher. However, in reality, even the most powerful firecrackers you can legally buy don't actually explode, they deflagrate instead. According to the national standard GBT 5907.1-24, a combustion wave moving slower than the speed of sound is considered deflagration, while only those exceeding the speed of sound qualify as explosions. If you take the gunpowder out of a firecracker and ignite it in an open space, you'll see that it burns intensely but doesn't generate gas at supersonic speed. By contrast, nitroglycerin does result in an explosion. If you hit it with a hammer, even when viewed in slow motion at 60x speed, you can observe an instantaneous reaction of all its material, an unmistakable explosion. Naturally, the more violent the explosion, the higher the can will fly. And when it comes to the most intense explosions in the world, nothing surpasses an atomic bomb. In August 1957, the US conducted an underground nuclear test known as Pascal B. Due to the test shaft's metal cap not being removed before detonation, scientists observed through a high-speed camera that the shockwave propelled the cap at 6 times Earth's escape velocity. If it didn't vaporize in the atmosphere, it might have traveled to the edge of the solar system, just like Voyager 1. But simply placing a can on the ground and detonating a firecracker beneath it is highly inefficient. The released gases spread in all directions, reducing the thrust applied to the can. A better approach is to light the firecracker inside a tube, then place the can above it. This way, the gases are directed upward, focusing their force on the can and launching it higher. How crucial is the tube in extending the range? Let's put it this way, even a .50 caliber sniper rifle bullet, like those used by the Barrett, would barely be able to pierce a human hand if fired without the acceleration provided by the barrel. Back in the 1950s, the US and Canada explored a similar principle for space research. They designed a massive 36-meter-long cannon to accelerate objects and attempted to launch satellites into space using artillery. This project, known as the HARP, High Altitude Research Project, Space Gun, successfully fired specialized payloads to altitudes of 18 kilometers, a record that remains unbroken to this day.